The Knights Templar, Warriors of the Crusades. Introduction. The Knights Templar, officially known as the Poor Fellow Soldiers of Christ and of the Temple of Solomon, were among the most iconic and influential military orders of the Crusades. Founded in the early 12th century, the Templars combined monastic discipline with martial prowess, becoming a key force in the defense of the Crusader states and the broader crusading movement. This essay explores the origins, structure, roles, and ultimate fate of the Knights Templar, emphasizing their critical role as warriors of the Crusades. Origins of the Knights Templar. Founding and early mission 1119. The Knights Templar were established in 1119 by a group of French knights led by Hugues de Payens. Their initial mission was to protect Christian pilgrims traveling to the Holy Land following the success of the First Crusade. The Holy Land as a pilgrimage destination. Jerusalem's capture in 1099 opened the city to Christian pilgrims, but the surrounding regions were fraught with danger from bandits and hostile forces. Sanctioned by the Church. The order received official recognition and support from the Catholic Church in 1129 at the Council of Troyes, where they were endorsed by Bernard of Clairvaux, a leading Cistercian theologian. Name and symbolism. The order derived its name from its headquarters near the Temple Mount in Jerusalem, a site believed to house the remnants of King Solomon's temple. Their distinctive emblem, a red cross on a white mantle, symbolized their dual mission of piety and combat. Structure and organization. Hierarchical order. The Knights Templar were organized along strict hierarchical lines. Grand Master, the highest-ranking official, responsible for leading the order and its military campaigns. Knights, fully initiated members who served as heavily armed cavalry. Sergeants, non-noble members who supported the knights as light cavalry or foot soldiers. Chaplains, clergy within the order who provided spiritual guidance. Support staff, artisans, laborers, and administrators who managed the order's vast estates and logistical operations. Monastic discipline. The Templars adhered to a strict monastic rule inspired by the rule of Saint Benedict. Vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience. Members renounced personal wealth, family ties, and worldly pleasures to dedicate themselves entirely to the order. Spiritual life. Daily prayers, fasting, and communal living reinforced their religious devotion. Global presence. The Templars established a vast network of commanderies, regional headquarters, across Europe and the Holy Land, enabling them to recruit, train, and fund their operations. Military role in the Crusades. Defenders of the Holy Land. The Knights Templar played a critical role in the defense of Crusader territories, including the Kingdom of Jerusalem and the Principality of Antioch. Fortifications. The Templars constructed and manned formidable castles such as Croix de Chevaliers and Safed, which served as strongholds against Muslim forces. Elite cavalry. Their heavy cavalry charges were renowned for their discipline and effectiveness, often turning the tide in key battles. Key engagements. The Templars participated in many major battles during the Crusades. The Battle of Montcassard, 1177, Templar Knights, alongside King Baldwin IV of Jerusalem, defeated a numerically superior Muslim army led by Saladin. The Siege of Acre, 1291, the Templars fought valiantly during the defense of Acre, the last Crusader stronghold in the Holy Land. Maritime operations. The Templars developed a naval fleet to support their missions, facilitating the transport of troops, pilgrims, and supplies between Europe and the Holy Land. Economic and political power. Wealth and land holdings. The Templars amassed vast wealth through donations from European nobility, income from their estates, and spoils of war. Banking and finance. They pioneered financial systems that allowed pilgrims to deposit funds in Europe and withdraw them in the Holy Land, effectively creating an early form of international banking. Economic influence. Their wealth and economic acumen made them powerful players in medieval European politics. Political ties. The Templars maintained close relationships with European monarchs and the papacy, often serving as advisors, financiers, and military allies. Decline and fall of the Knights Templar. Loss of the Holy Land. The fall of Acre in 1291 marked the end of the Crusader states in the Holy Land, undermining the Templars' raison d'etre. Without a clear mission, the order's influence began to wane. Conflict with monarchs. The Templars' independence and wealth made them targets of suspicion and envy. King Philip IV of France. Deeply indebted to the Templars, Philip sought to eliminate the order to seize its assets. In 1307, he ordered the arrest of Templar leaders, accusing them of heresy, blasphemy, and other crimes. Papal suppression. Under pressure from Philip, Pope Clement V disbanded the order in 1312 at the Council of Vienne. Trials and executions. Many Templar leaders, including Grand Master Jacques de Molay, were tortured and executed. The order's assets were confiscated or transferred to other military orders, such as the Knights Hospitaller. Legacy of the Knights Templar. Myth and legend. The dramatic demise of the Knights Templar gave rise to numerous myths and legends. Hidden treasures. Stories of secret Templar riches and sacred relics, including the Holy Grail, have captured the imagination of generations. Freemasonry. Some theories suggest a link between the Templars and modern secret societies, though these claims lack historical evidence. Influence on modern institutions. The Templars' innovations in banking, logistics, and military organization had a lasting impact. Banking practices. Their financial systems laid the groundwork for modern banking and credit institutions. Military orders. The Templar model inspired other knightly orders, such as the Knights Hospitaller and the Teutonic Knights. Cultural impact. The Knights Templar remain an enduring symbol of faith, sacrifice, and mystery in popular culture, appearing in literature, films, and conspiracy theories. Conclusion. The Knights Templar were more than warriors of the Crusades. They were a unique fusion of monastic devotion and military discipline that exemplified the spirit and contradictions of the role of the Knights Templar in the crusading states. The Knights Templar were integral to the establishment, defense, and administration of the Crusader states in the Levant, playing a pivotal role beyond their military engagements. Their contributions were felt in governance, economic stability, and the broader survival of Christian enclaves in hostile territory. Governance and administration. Custodians of castles and strategic fortifications. The Templars were entrusted with many key fortifications across the Crusader states, where their military expertise and discipline ensured stability. Safed in Gaza. These castles were strategically placed to protect borders and pilgrimage routes. Tortosa and Itlit. Fortifications served as both defensive structures and symbols of Crusader resilience in contested regions. Autonomous governance. The Templars often operated independently within their territories, exercising significant autonomy. Local authority. They administered lands, collected taxes, and governed local populations in areas under their control. Diplomatic roles. The Templars frequently acted as intermediaries in negotiations between Crusader rulers and Muslim leaders, leveraging their resources and networks for diplomacy. Military and economic backbone. As a disciplined military order, the Templars provided a dependable core for the Crusader armies, supplementing the often fragmented and feudal forces of the Crusader states. Defense of the Kingdom of Jerusalem. The Templars' strategic focus on fortifications helped stabilize the borders of the Crusader states. Economic support. Their wealth and economic networks funded military campaigns and sustained the administration of Crusader territories. Economic contributions. Trade and commerce. The Templars were not only warriors but also economic administrators. Trade networks. They facilitated trade between Europe and the Levant, managing ports and caravan routes that were vital for economic exchange. Resource management. The Templars oversaw agricultural estates, exploiting the resources of their lands to support the Crusader economy. Banking and financial services. The Templars' banking system played a key role in the financial stability of the Crusader states. Pilgrimage banking. Pilgrims traveling to the Holy Land deposited money with the Templars in Europe and withdrew funds upon arrival in the Levant, ensuring the safety of their wealth. Crusader campaign financing. The Templars provided loans to European monarchs and Crusader leaders, funding expeditions and fortification projects. Key battles and their role in shaping the Crusades. The Knights Templar participated in numerous battles that defined the Crusades, often displaying unmatched courage and discipline. The Battle of Hattin, 1187. The turning point,